Hey guys, what is up? Ray Mage here to do another World of Tanks 360 review. It's been the long awaited, but here we are, the Centurion 7-1. This is the highlight of the British medium tech tree. This is one of the two popular tanks on this tree. Right behind it, I'd say, would be the Centurion 1, obviously, in terms of popularity, and it was a fun tank to drive and use. But the 7-1 has earned my respect, and I would be willing to argue it's the best tank in the entire tech tree. It stays true to its playstyle. So let's go ahead and look at the packages. Stock, this tank comes with a 650 horsepower engine. It will come with a 20-pounder Type A gun, 10 rounds a minute, 226 penetration, 230 damage, 2.29 aim time, and you will get accuracy of .33 to .40. This gun has a slight rate of fire buff from what it was in the Centurion 1. I believe with the Centurion 1 it was roughly 7.5 rounds a minute, and you're up to 10 rounds now. So this is a higher DPM kind of tank now with the Type A. You have tracks that give you 30 degrees of traverse speed, and you have the Centurion Mark 7 turret that you had from the Centurion 1, 165 armor on the front, 112 on the side and rear, 36 degrees of traverse, and then you have 400 meters of view range. I was able to use this tank stock, and I didn't think it was horrible. The only thing you would complain about, really, was it was just a slow tank, so you had to kind of get into position, stick to your role, and you were fine. I did get to here with the 7-2, the very first 7-2 package, and this is where I got the 20-pounder Type B, and I did get a new engine which gave me 750 horsepower. The Type B 20-pounder gun is pretty interesting. You get 10.53 rounds a minute, 10.53 rounds a minute, 226 pen, 230 damage, 1.89 aim time, .31, .36 accuracy. The turret and the tracks are the same. I'd have to say, you know, this was the main package I played with for the longest time on this tank, and I didn't think it was bad, but the thing that ticked me off the most was just it felt like the tank wasn't moving along quick enough, and I was actually beginning to wonder if this tank was any good because I had so much trouble in it with this package. But I ended up getting proven wrong in the end. And you'll notice after the 7-2 package, you have an option to go straight to the Mark 9 package, which has the L7 Royal Ordnance, or you can go to this package, which will give you the Mark 9 turret, the new engine, and new set of tracks. I went here first, and I used it more as a stopgap till I could get the Mark 9 package, but let's go ahead and look at the second bottom package. You'll get a 950 horsepower engine. You'll get the 20-pounder Type B, which is nice, and you'll get the Centurion Mark 9 tracks, which is 30 degrees of traverse, and then you get the Mark 9 turret, 165 in the front, 112 in the side and rear for the armor, and you'll get 36 degrees of traverse speed and 410 meters of view range. This was the package that really made me start loving the 7-1. I could start to flex flanks, I could start moving around, and really the 20-pounder Type B, I had to reevaluate the gun altogether because I could take advantage now of the speed of the tank. I could quickly relocate on ridge lines, and I could just straight up harass other tanks now more efficiently. I found this gun to be more than adequate, and some of you may even prefer this gun over the L7. But let's go ahead and talk about the package most people are more interested in, and this is the Centurion Mark 9 package, which comes with the L7A1 105 Royal Ordnance. This is the same 105 used on the M48 Patton. It uses the American-built version called the M68, but this gun has a much slower rate of fire in this tank. With 5 rounds a minute, that is very slow. 268 pen and 390 average damage. You could go with some premium Hesh rounds and run 210 pen and get 480 average damage. I've yet to really got a chance to use them, and I think because of the slower rate of fire, I'm not too keen to find out how well they work, because I don't like switching with between ammo with a gun with this kind of rate of fire on it. You have 2.29 aim time and .31 to .42 accuracy. This tank is just so strong, and really the main thing that sticks with me is how flexible this tank is and just how accommodating it is to play styles. I'm going to go ahead and switch to some gameplay, and it was a very good game I got in this thing. I ended up getting 7,000 damage. So, I'll catch you guys back here in a moment. Alright guys, here we are on a standard battle on mines. This was a tier 9 match. There were 4 tier 9s on each side. Let's go ahead and talk about equipment you can run for this tank. I would definitely run a medium caliber gun rammer regardless of what gun you run. I run coated optics almost always on all my tanks, so it's not a bad idea here. You could obviously go with a more aggressive approach. You could run a vertical stabilizer, you could run the gun rammer, and you could run vents. I think vents really, it's probably a must on this tank because you want something that will combine with Brothers in Arms. You're going to want something that can up the rate of fire to make the L7 more useful. And of course, if you do opt for the 20-pounder Type B, which I do suggest because it is that darn good, you're going to make the rate of fire and the DPM even crazier on this tank. Another thing to keep in mind is the frontal hull armor of this tank is better than most people think. It's about 120 millimeters thick. It's about the armor thickness of the old E50 before it got buffed. So, I mean, this thing can get some bounces, but I still recommend not doing anything crazy. You want to be hull down in this thing like you would the Centurion 1, and you want to take advantage of people. So I push up on you here on the hill, and take a look at the bottom right-hand corner. You'll see the little mini-map. Nobody is going left side except a lone tank destroyer, and he will start raging here in the next few minutes that everybody didn't go there. It was a pretty bad spot. I didn't even notice it until he started raging. So I back up here, and you know, I'm pacing myself because of the L7. I'm not trying to beat people's reloads. You don't ever want to do that with the 7-1 when you have the L7. Just go ahead and plant a shot in somebody, back off, redeploy, and just, you know, fight for your next shot. Don't ever try to beat somebody's reload. I've tried doing it a few times and I've misjudged people's reload and they end up beating me and I get hit unnecessarily. So I plant one at that T30 and I'm kind of lurking forward. I'm looking around. T30 comes up again. Now I'm determined to kill this guy because, you know, he's sitting in the back. I think he's being a scumbag. I don't know what he's doing. He's just being one of those players, I think, you know, they're just sitting there trying to be a douchebag sitting in the back. But anyways, my teammate starts raging, and I'm sitting here thinking, what is this guy complaining about? And then he talks about the other side of the map. That grabs my undivided attention, and I decide, rather than be selfish, I'm going to go ahead and redeploy here and try to reinforce this map. Now I see a heavy tank coming forward. It's a T-29, and I go ahead and I kind of peek out a little bit, and I hit him. And all I'm wanting to happen is that. I want him to stop, and I want the rest of those tanks to stop in their tracks and think about what's going to happen. I want them to think somebody's on this hill and they're going to hit you. Now, I make a mistake. I do push forward. T-29 takes a shot, blows my tracks off. And, you know, now I got to be a little bit more cautious because I no longer have a repair kit. That makes the ammo rack more important, even more so than usual. You could run a large repair kit, I might add, in addition to your normal repair kit and just completely abandon a fire extinguisher. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I haven't had too many ammo rack issues, but when you get ammo racked in this tank, it is very annoying. Coming around the corner, E75 hits my tracks, only weakens them. I hit that T-29 once more, and now he is one shot for everyone on my team. I'm backing up, reloading. These three heavy tanks, it's a 103, a T-29, and an E75. The T-29 and the 103 don't give a shit, but I go ahead and I plant one to that 29 there. I'm reloading. He hits the ground, and I know I'm in a good spot. I know I'm in a strong position, and I can get away with this. So I peek over the hill, hit him again, reloading. T-44 on my flank does come up and wants to take a shot, but he misses, and I end up having to take a shot myself. And the shot, I guess it hit the edge of the ground, but end up having to reload, and I got the kill shot anyways. This is a situation where the 20-pounder Type B probably would be more ideal over the L7, but the alpha damage is kind of hard to argue with. You know, anytime somebody sees 300 or 400 damage fly off somebody next to them, nobody's too damn keen to want to push up because nobody wants to get hit by a gun like that. Hit the tortoise here as he pushes up. I know he's unopposed. I think I was trying to side scrape here, and I guess that's force of habit from playing the E50 a lot. I go ahead and hit the hatch of the Tortoise. Now he's one shot. And this is pretty much I set this up to be like the Alamo for me, because this T-44, the T-28 prototype and the Tortoise are determined to kill this T-44. They want him. They don't even want to waste their time with me because they know I'm going to hurt them. So I pop up, kill the T-28 prototype, and the Tortoise goes ahead and takes a shot at the, I believe he takes a shot at the T-44. I know one more guy dies. Tortoise flies up here, takes a hit for me. Shoot the Tortoise, finish him off. And now the E-75 and the 103 are coming up here. And in this particular spot, this is where I would have felt better probably with the 20-pounder Type B over the L7, but you see here, I do fine. I'm hull down. I don't feel threatened at all. The only thing I'm worried about is just if the E-75 and the 103 get a pair. But this match is well in hand. It was a very good match. I finished with, I believe, 4 kills and 7,000 damage. Anyways, guys, this gameplay is coming to an end. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. I'll probably have the 4202. I don't know about next week, but I'll have it ready. Kind of not looking forward to it because I know it's not as strong of a tank as this thing is. This tank is incredible. I'm willing to argue this is the best tank at Tier 9. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.